Hey guys, welcome back for another video on the Chimera Fusion deck. Still trying to mix it up today, trying to show some new ideas, and in this one I want to teach you how to set up a window lock in the Chimera Fusion deck. And this requires minimal bricks. To be totally honest, the Shaddoll cards are not bricks even if you draw them. And then, just one card in the extra, which is Winda. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. We can play the deck in the normal way. We don't have to use app clone. We don't have to, set up schism or any of that. We have in-engine ways to summon Winda. So let's go ahead and investigate that. So in order to do this combo, it's a 2-card combo. We need 1 card from this row, 1 card from this row, and 1 card from this row. We need 2 of 3. Okay, so we either need something out of these 2 rows, something out of these 2 rows, or something out of these 2 rows, and that will get us our combo. So depending on which set of cards we have will show us how we can get into the Winda setup, but I'm going to go through each possibility and show you what we got to do. So, well, first of all the cards in this row are equivalent because they end up in Mirror Sword Knight. All the cards in this row are equivalent because they end up in Branded Fusion. So we can kind of ignore Cornfield, Quaddle, and Opening. We know how that gets to our Sword Knight and Fusion. And then the Shaddoll cards, I'll show you what's going on. So let's start first with the combo with Branded Fusion and Mirror Sword Knight. This is kind of the standard way to do it. Probably going to be fairly common compared to drawing one of the Shaddoll cards. So yeah, with this combo, we're going to have Branded Fusion and Mirror Sword Knight, and then 3 cards in hand. Let's just call them Imperm. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So first, we're going to start off with normal summoning Mirror Sword Knight and go into our traditional stuff. We're going to tribute our Mirror Sword Knight to summon out our copy of Baphomet. Baphomet, of course, is going to search our Chimera Fusion and Gazelle. Okay, from here we can activate our Chimera Fusion to fuse off our Gazelle and Baphomet into a copy of Chimera King of Phantom Beasts, as is standard. And then we can do our chain links, Chimera 1, Baphomet 2, Gazelle 3. That'll summon back our Mirror Sword Knight. Gazelle will be able to search us a copy of Cornfield. Here we go. Cornfield's ready to go. Now we can go ahead and discard Cornfield for another Mirror Sword Knight. Kind of like an extra step, but we do want our Cornfield engraved to be able to protect our window. So yeah, let's go ahead and search that Sword Knight, and then of course add our Chimera Fusion back to hand. So this is pretty much a standard board that we would have, otherwise without Shaddoll stuff. Now let's go ahead and activate Branded Fusion. And with Branded Fusion, we are going to send 1 copy of Albaz, as is necessary, and then 1 copy of Shaddoll Hedgehog. So this is where the Shaddoll package starts to come in, and that will be able to summon out our Lubellion, the Searing Dragon. From here we'll go Lubellion Chainlink 1, discard 1 of our extra cards, and then Hedgehog Chainlink 2 to search our copy of Shaddoll Beast. So we have Shaddoll Beast in hand, and then Lubellion can shuffle itself and the Albaz back into the deck to summon a copy of Mirror Jade. From here, we're just going to set our Chimera Fusion and pass. And, where the heck is the Winda? So the Winda is coming. Our opponent's turn, draw phase, tribute off the Mirror Sword Knight for the other copy of Bigwing Baphomet. Bigwing Baphomet effect. Search our Gazelle and Chimera Fusion. Now we're ready to summon a Winda. So if our opponent activates an effect to special summon, we're going to chain Chimera Fusion. And Chimera Fusion can use Beast and Baphomet to go into Winda. Because we're using a Fiend as material, we have a Shaddoll, we have a Dark. That's Winda material right there. Chimera Fusion, don't forget, can summon other stuff besides the traditional Chimera Fusion cards. So yeah, that's just a way to quick effect summon the Winda on our opponent's turn. We have a Mirror Jade to protect it. We have a Mirror Sword Knight to protect it. We have a Quaddle to protect it. And we are all ready to go with the Winda, pretty much with an awesome board. And we can play through Dark Ruler no more that way. Of course, if they Dark Ruler our Mirror Jade, then we can wait for that and flip the Chimera Fusion afterwards. And still have some kind of interruptions ready to go. So yeah, that's how we go into Winda when starting with the Mirror Sword Knight plus the Branded Fusion. Now let's see what happens if we draw one of the Shaddoll cards instead. So let's say we open Hedgehog with a copy of Branded Fusion. and then 2 imperms, or 3 imperms. So from here, we're going to use the Branded Fusion combo that gets us into our Chimera stuff. So we're going to start with Branded Fusion this time, sending our copy of Albaz and Gazelle to summon the copy of Rinbrum. And this is going to look, it's eventually going to get to kind of the same place. Rinbrum is going to be summoned, and then we can use Gazelle to search our copy of Quaddle. We can discard that to search the copy of Mirror Sword Knight. Normal summon the Mirror Sword Knight, tribute, summon Berfomet, search Chimera Fusion, plus probably the copy of Springen's kit in this case. So now we have 6 cards in hand, one of which is the Shaddoll Hedgehog. We have a kit, we have a Chimera Fusion, and then from here we can special summon the kit. But like all of this part is really not necessary. We already have the same Chimera Fusion into Winda setup that we had before, but we can summon kit, we can search our copy of Branded in White. Now we can use the Chimera Fusion, fusing off the kit and the Berfomet, just like last time, into our copy of Chimera, and then add our Chimera Fusion back to hand, and Berfomet will summon back our Mirror Sword Knight. From here we can go Branded in White, banishing the kit and the Albaz for the Lubellion. Lubellion can discard another one of those blank cards to summon the copy of Mirror Jade by shuffling back the Albaz and itself. And then we can set the Chimera Fusion in the end phase. And from here, we pretty much do the same thing. It's our opponent's turn, draw phase. We tribute off our Mirror Sword Knight, special summon the other Berfomet, search the other copies of Chimera Fusion and Gazelle to our hand, and now we have the setup for Winda. We have Chimera Fusion with Berfomet and Shaddoll Hedgehog whenever we want to use those to go into a copy of Winda. So that's a really nice play that we can do. If we open the Branded Fusion plus a Shaddoll monster already, we just do the Branded Fusion to get into the Chimera stuff, rather than worrying about dumping the Hedgehog, searching the Beast, and so forth. Yeah, and now let me just go through quickly the last combination that we can open where this will work, which is the Hedgehog plus Mirror Sword Knight. And then, once again, we'll just set up our 3 Imperm as a fake hand. And here we go. So this is going to look all the same, except without all the branded stuff in the hand or on the field. So we just normal summon the Mirror Sword, tribute, go into the Berfomet. Berfomet will search us the Gazelle and Chimera Fusion. We fire that off, fusion summoning all of these into the Chimera, and then we just use all of our chain links. Berfomet summons back the Mirror Sword. Gazelle searches the Quaddle. Quaddle can discard itself, so let's get it in the grave to search the other Mirror Sword Knight. And then we can add back the Chimera Fusion, and that's all there is to it. We're just kind of set right there. Without the Branded Fusion, we have the Hedgehog in hand. We're going to set the Chimera Fusion. Our opponent's turn, tribute the Mirror Sword Knight, go into the other copy of Big Wing Berfomet, which will search stuff as usual. We have, let's see, 7 cards in hand right here with Winda set up with Chimera Fusion, with the Hedgehog and Berfomet. So no matter what combo of stuff that we open, we can still get into this Winda setup play, whether we have search the Shaddoll cards via Branded Fusion, or if we just open the Shaddoll cards, we can get into whatever package we need to be able to set up Winda. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope that was useful. Hope that inspires you to try to innovate with this deck, because there's a lot of room for improvement and a lot of cool text that we can be playing in this deck. So I just want to get that started, get that conversation started, and I'll be sure to put out whatever ideas I come up with on the channel. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss those. Leave a comment what you think about this particular version, and like and subscribe to the channel, and consider joining the channel if you want me to review any of your deck lists on video for the channel. So yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll see you later.